When I created my very own club, the dream was to one day be in the Premier League. But I mean, this felt impossible because we started right at the bottom in EFL League 2. We were completely broke, no money to make transfers, barely any money to have a functioning stadium. Also, we had to deal with a lot of terrible managers. Despite that though, season after season, we secured promotion after promotion. And here we are now, 3 years later, midway through the season in the championship, 6th in the table. And that means we do have a real chance of securing a playoff spot. Today could be the day S2GFC secures promotion to the Premier League. But it's not going to be easy because we're going to be dealing with our biggest rivals, Leicester City. They're literally coached by our former manager, Pablo Gonzalo, who has a massive grudge against us. They've also signed quite a few of our players like Medeiros and Uribe. And by the way, there's a reason why Leicester City are such a fierce rival, because guess who owns them? Nicholas Hart's parents. That's right, boys. They literally bought Leicester City to just put down Nicholas Hart, not let him get promoted to the Premier League. I mean, look at the kind of stuff they've got their players pulling, man. Apparently, Medeiros, our former player, by the way, he gave Luca Gigante a horrible recipe for spaghetti, and then bro tried to cook and ended up cooking up the entire kitchen. Our entire squad then ate that stupid spaghetti and were like out for a week. These are the kind of silly tactics they're willing to pull just to see us not get promoted. And the way this season is unfolding, it could very well end up that we might need to beat Leicester City to get promoted to the Premier League. Now, we have played them once before, but we lost that game. It was one of our biggest humiliations. And of course, Pablo Gonzalo made that known. Hold that El Bozo is what he posted on Instagram. There were even a lot of question marks on our manager, Lenny. In fact, the media were telling him to get back to mowing the lawn, which is kind of disrespectful. But to be fair, that's how Lenny started off, man. He was our groundsman first. But okay, guys, it does look like we do have a couple of months before the big game against Leicester City. It's going to be in April. That is a lot of time for us to prepare, get our tactics right, and also maybe get some new players in. I know you guys might be thinking that we're not even in the transfer window. How can I bring in new players? Well, you guys know that we have been running some academy projects. Already our scout is in Spain to try and bring us some midfielders. But last episode, we already scouted a talented South African player, Bobang Malangu. What a name. 64 rated. But apparently he's one of the most skillful players in the squad already with that trickster playstyle. And you know what? If we want to get to the Premier League, we are going to need some extra firepower, especially with this injury crisis we're dealing with. Patino is going to be out for like a couple of months. Edward Bull is already out injured. And you know what, boys? In this game against Coventry City, we're doing it, boys. We're giving Bobang Malangu his debut. He's got a really weird body type, bro. Feels very different to any other striker we've had. Right now, we're having to defend a bit. Kwashi does really well. Been a while since Neil Lane has been on the pitch. It feels like as he could look for a pass for Bobang. I don't know if he's onside. He is offside. All right, a lot of space here for Bobang, who, by the way, has just been given the number 9 jersey, which is kind of cool. And he plays this ball for Neil Lane, who tries to cut it back for him, but Neil Lane lacks a bit of pace. By the way, mentally, Neil Lane has not been in the right headspace. That's because he still blames him for getting Scott Bullock banned. And to be fair, he should be blaming himself because it was his fault. He literally took Bullock's phone, dropped a few gambling bets, and got him caught. Clever bit of play. If we could play the ball through to him, that's a brilliant ball. He's going to try and... Oh, come on, he's offside. That's a couple of times now Bobang has been caught off, but this time, wow, that was really close. Ooh, Bobang sees the space for Neil Lane, who's running through. Does he have the pace? Here goes Neil Lane. Can he finish though? Oh, come on, it came off the post. And now we're completely opened up as Iker Alvarez cannot stop that. S2GFC a goal down. All that talk we had about Leicester being our big rivals, if we keep dropping points like this, we're not going to be in a playoff spot, and then that rivalry will mean nothing. Oh, that is a crazy pass, bro, and fair enough. What a finish. I gotta say, boys, Bobang's debut so far, he's literally done nothing this game. To be fair, it's been a stinker from pretty much everyone else. I don't know why we're playing this badly. Okay, now we've got a bit of space to attack into as Neil Lane is through on goal. Surely this time he's gonna get the job done, and he does. Okay, but one goal isn't enough. We need one more to at least get a point from this. But okay, this is looking good. Actually, it might be Neil Lane again. Oh, what a finish. And is that celebration from Neil Lane a bit of a tribute to Scotty Bullock? Or we might actually concede. This is bad. Oh, we've been opened up, and oh, come on. All the effort we put in to try and win this game, and we get absolutely cooked at the end. Okay, not gonna lie, this was one of the stinkiest debuts I think I've ever seen. Bobang Malangu. The only reason I'm not putting you on fraud watch is because you're 16, but like, come on, 6.5 match rating on his debut. That is just awful. Look at how tough the competition is in the championship. 1 defeat and we're down to 8th. And it's so freaking tight, man. There's no room for errors. Against Blackburn Rovers here, we literally need to get back to winning ways. But before that, though, we got to give the Player of the Episode award for the last one. And I think it's got to be Sean King, a hat-trick hero. Scored a crazy 90th minute winner. But most importantly, he rejected Premier League club Aston Villa to stay with us. That itself makes him your Player of the Episode. And for that, we're giving him the Enforcer playstyle. King is already built different, and now he's going to be even crazier in the box. But here we go, boys. We need this win against Blackburn Rovers to just get the ball back rolling, get some momentum back in.
A few moments later.
Oh my days, how did we get opened up like that? It's 1-0. At this rate, we're not getting promoted, man. I feel like it's the injury crisis really affecting us. We don't have Patino, who's been so big for us. No Edward Bull as well. You can feel their absence. Also, guys, do we need to have a discussion on Lenny? I do feel like tactically he's not offering much to the squad. His key strengths are man management. But right now, with the situation our team is in, we kind of need something more tactical. Oh, but right now, Sean King, what a finish, man. I'll tell you this, boy. Sean King is the reason Lenny's got a job, bro. Bro, the minute King is back in the team, everything changes. Like, he's making those runs, he's pushing defenders. Look at him go like this, Sean King. And oh, the finish. Don't know how the keeper stopped that. Okay, Gallardo has got in a bit of space, goes for goal, and what a finish from the Argentinian. I think we're going to need Gallardo to do that a lot more often in the absence of Bull if we want to get promoted. As Sean King looks to slide this one for Nicholas Hart. And oh, I thought that would go in near post. Okay, looks like Lenny's making a change, and a pretty big one. Sean King is being subbed off for Bobang Mahalangu. Okay, I just realized, why does Sean King not have number 9? And how come we've just given that to Bobang? That doesn't make sense. But okay, I'm surprised that Lenny has made this change considering the scoreline is only 2-1. This is where the man management of Lenny comes into play because he wants to try and get Bobang some confidence. But if it comes at the cost of getting a result, that could be really bad. And already no Sean King. Looks like Blackburn have gotten more confidence here. This is bad. And of course, we literally concede. This is a disaster, boys. Are we going to end up dropping points once again? Looking for Scotty Bullock. Oh, that touch was really good as he's going to cut this back, but there was nobody there. Sean King would have been there in the box. Last attack of the game. I'm looking for Bobang. This could be his moment. Oh, that first touch was good. Can he finish? No, the keeper denied him. The celebrations from Blackburn show what it means. And that was Bobang's chance to be the hero. If that was Sean King, man, 100% the ball would be in the back of the net. We've now got a chance from the set piece. Washi's header goes wide. And that is the most silly points we've dropped. A lot of criticism after this game for Lenny. Because you don't bring off your main number 9 when you're chasing promotion, man. Especially with the kind of form King has been in. I genuinely can't believe this, man. We've completely fallen off. 11th now in the championship. We literally started off in 6th. And honestly, a lot of it I blame on this injury crisis. Not having Patino and Edward Bull, that is such a big miss. We have literally no squad depth in the midfield. On top of that, it really does feel like Lenny is completely out of his depth. And by the way, I'm just getting an email from our sponsor, McDonald's. Is this about a potential renewal? Because, you know, we've been partners for a couple of seasons now. But wait a minute. This is a termination email. McDonald's have categorically refused to renew our contract at the end of the season. They believe we won't be getting promoted, and even if we do, we're going straight back down. And that is why they have zero interest in a renewal. Not gonna lie, boys, I was not expecting that. I really thought maybe if we get to the Premier League, we'll get a bumper deal from McDonald's. But looks like that is not happening. We're gonna once again be on the hunt for a shirt sponsor. But the good thing is McDonald's have given us time, so we do have a few months to sort that out before the start of next season. For now, we gotta keep the eyes on the prize, which is of course that championship promotion. Okay, we now have an update from our medical team on Patino and Bull's injury. So Patino should be back in like a month, and it's about 3 weeks for Edward Bull, so that is good. The problem is if we can't get results by the time Patino and Bull are back, we're not even going to be in the fight for promotion. We need to be winning games like this, and that's why Sean King is in the lineup, and I'm hoping he'll play the full game to get us the win. Also, Nicholas Hart here breaking through could help get the first goal of this game. He's got quite a bit of pace here, going for goal. That's what we need from Nicholas. I don't know why we're this open defensively, bro. Will Fish is having to track back quite a bit. Made a mistake, but Iker Alvarez just about tipped that over. I can't lie, boys. Iker Alvarez, sometimes I feel like he just doesn't make the saves. He's not an insane goalkeeper by any means. He's just decent. That's the best way to put it. Oh, but here's King and Bullock linking up nicely. And I'm going to look for the cutback. Norman completely free. Simple goal. S2GFC back to winning ways, boys. That's what we need. Oh, there's another training injury. Okay, but I'm glad it's just for Sebastian Sebastian Lister, our backup right back. And to be honest, it's not a serious injury. He'll be back in like 4 days. By the way, our scout should be returning anytime soon, bringing us new talents from Spain. That could be a way to just counter this stupid injury crisis we're dealing with. And yo, the scout is actually back. Ooh, Ignacio Avila. Not gonna lie, that potential looks insane. Already 63 overall. That looks like a top tier talent that we've just found. Nobody else really looks all that impressive. I'm tempted to just bring in Ignacio Avila in. Okay guys, this is a bit crazy. Look at his play styles. Incisive pass, inventive and technical. I think we've just somehow found the next Lamine Yamal. Okay, now this kid can't be Lamine Yamal, man. Not with a 3-star skill move. But I feel like that is something he can work on. Since Edward Bull is injured, we do need another camp, so I think I'm just gonna straight away promote him. And straight away, Lenny is putting him into the team, probably because Gallardo is super tired, man, because for the last month or so, he's been playing every single game. But this could genuinely be historic, bro. Here is Avila on the ball. The next Lamine Yamal. Could he be that? Okay, no, he just got pushed off the ball. I think we've got to manage our expectations a bit as well. Because I remember Bobang, when he made his debut, it was an absolute disaster.
Who's we? There is no we.
But already I do feel something about Avila and his passing especially. And we're looking to slide this one for Scotty Bullock. There's the goal. Oh, I see the space here for Park Ji-soo as he cuts this one back for Nicholas Hart. There's the goal. 2-0 against Cardiff. And here he is on the charge, looking to link up nicely with Albie Normand. Nicholas Hart is there. Avila gets it back. Is he going to go for goal? With his right foot, gets his debut goal. Celebrates right in front of the fans. Ignacio Avila. And bro, those recent results have pushed us up to 8th. We're playing Bristol City next to or right below us. We beat them, we could establish a bit of a gap and probably even break into that top 6. But I feel like we've not gone 3 wins in a row for a long time. Bit of good news though, Patino is back, but he's not fully fit, so I don't want to risk him. Same with Edward Bull. Do you know what though? I want to see Avila get some more game time, see what he's all about. Already it was such a strong debut. Nicholas Hart sees the run being made by Sean King. Simple tap it in the box. Brandon Neal completes the run. I can't lie, boys. Having the Australian has been really huge for us, especially during this injury crisis. Oh, we've just been opened up here. And Iker Alvarez, bro. I feel like he doesn't make a single save nowadays. It's really been such a long time since we've gone 3 wins in a row, and I think we need to start getting results like that if we want to aim to get into that playoff spot. Oh, brilliant pass for Avila, yeah, who could see that run being made by Nicholas Hart. It was really nice. Who gets it back inside. Looking now for Avila. Clever pass for Nicholas Hart. Oh, that was a lovely assist. And Nicholas did the rest with a banging finish. Avila, again, he's so good with his passes to, counter-attack. As now Sean King through on goal. Should help us get the 3rd goal. He does. And I reckon that should also get us the win. We'll take that, boys. We absolutely needed these 3 points. And we've now made it to April, the last month before we've got possibly playoffs. And we are in a decent spot. 3 points away from being in a playoff position, but we need to clutch up, man. Just 6 games to go. We're gonna need results. I see Leicester City with the game in hand being in a really good spot. And no way, guys. I just realized our final league game is against Leicester. That is insane. It could end up being a situation where they might have a chance to kick us out of the playoffs. But the good news, though, is that the injury crisis at S2GFC is over. Edward Bull is back. Patino is back as well. And that's absolutely perfect because we're going to need them in this fight for promotion. Apparently, guys, right before our next game against QPR, Bobang wanted a meeting with Lenny.
Boss, I know I had a bad debut, but please give me another chance. All my friends are calling me finished and I need to prove them wrong.
And no way Lenny got convinced by that, bro. He's actually starting Bobang. Okay, we are a lot better than QPR, so I'm hoping it won't end up costing us. Plus, Patino and Edward Bull are back as well, so I think we should be fine. But now this is Bobang's chance, man. He's got to prove himself. Ignacio Avila, he made his debut and he proved himself almost instantly. And now I feel like it's Bobang's turn. But right now it's Normand who's made a good run, who gets an easy goal. We'll take that. Oh, but that is some good link-up play from Bobang. Finally, he's got his chance. Through on goal. Here goes Bobang Malangu. First goal. No, it's off the post. I can't believe it, man. Why is his finishing so bad? Lenny, being a tremendous man manager, is still motivating him. Oh, this might be it. Surely this might be it. Bobang wasn't there. How did Normand come and shoot that? I mean, I should be happy that Albie Normand got the goal. But yo, I'm starting to have doubts whether Bobang is actually a professional footballer. What was he doing? Oh, that's poor defending and QPR get a goal back. Okay, come on. We're still believing in Bobang, man. I want him to get that goal. If he gets that 1 goal, maybe things will come around for him. He's trying to open up some space here. trying something cheeky, but yeah, that's not gonna work. He is apparently the biggest trickster in the squad, always doing silly skill moves and stuff. They're shooting from outside the box, and what, bro? Iker Alvarez, I'm putting you on fraud watch, man. From literally any angle, any range, he ends up conceding. Guys, from 2-0 up, we're suddenly 2-all now. Like, that is outrageous. Okay, Patino, now that you're back from your injury, I need you to step up big time here. Clever bit of dribbling, but he couldn't get past the defenders. If we drop points in a game like this against QPR, I mean, we can kiss goodbye to any hopes we've got of making it to the playoffs. By the way, I'm hoping that Lenny at some point will decide to sub off Boban and just bring on, of course, Sean King. But so far, he's not made any move on the bench. Albie Norman, who's had a tremendous game, looking to control the midfield. Looks for a pass inside for Edward Bull. See Scotty Bullock. I don't know if he's on or not. And he was offside. Substitution, and no, it's QPR making changes. Lenny's still not doing anything. Bobang. And Ball linking up nicely, and here goes Bobang finally. He's not going to pass this time. Can he surely score? Bobang finally. Oh my days. I actually can't believe he scored. It's taken him, what, like 8 or 9 attempts. Lenny looks like the happiest man on the planet. Hopefully this is the start of something for Bobang and he can just be a bit more clinical. Okay, the game is not over yet. Cross comes in, but we should deal with this. But what? Nah, bro, that is just so rigged. How do we not win the header, first of all? And then what was Iker Alvarez doing? I can't believe we didn't get 3 points from this game, man, and it's gonna really affect us now. The pressure is building up. We could genuinely miss out on getting a playoff spot. Lenny, by the way, is getting absolutely cooked in the media for his decision to bench Sean King, and also his tactical abilities being questioned. Not gonna lie, guys, after 3 years of owning this club, I am starting to feel like we could do with a professional manager. Someone like a Frank Lampard. I mean, he's coaching in the championship, so I think we could tempt him to join us. Or maybe we could convince a tactician like Unai Emery. I mean, I do feel like the way our club is growing, we might need to make a big step like this. But right now, I don't want to be furthering on any of those rumors. If we get back to winning ways, I know there's a great chance we can make it to the playoffs. Ipswich, though, are going to be a difficult team to beat. They're already on the charger. They win the header, and again, but it hits the side netting. Not going to lie, since that injury, Edward Bull, he's not felt 100%. Here he is, trying to open up some space. Nope. Oh, he couldn't get past the final defender. Nicholas Hart looking for Sean King. Come on, he did everything right. Okay, we're keeping this pressure up. Maybe something from a set piece. King's header. And how did that not go in? No. I knew that was going in. And is it offside? I think it is. We're so lucky. Apparently, opposition teams literally a day before know what lineups we're going to be fielding. And because of that, they're able to just adapt their teams. Which basically means that our lineup is being leaked by someone at the club. We're going to have to look into that after this game. But right now, it looks like Ipswich have also gotten that leak. Because my goodness, they're cooking us. No. It's off the post again. We get lucky. But Ipswich, man, we're just not able to compete right now. They know everything we're about to do. Second half, and I guess Lenny has been forced to make a couple of changes. Gallardo as well as Neil Lane. Come on. No, not this way. And Iker Alvarez, good save. I legit don't think we can afford to lose this game because there aren't enough fixtures left to make back points. And again, we almost conceded, bro. What is going on here? Sean King. He does everything right. Everything right. Oh, come on. How is the keeper stopping that? 90th minute, boys. It's now or never. Neil Lane is driving it forward. I see Gallardo in a good spot. We do get the ball to him. And here goes the Argentinian. Heavy touch there. And I just feel like we're in a rut. And oh, it's an injury as well. To whom? It looks pretty darn serious as well. It's Brandon Neal. That is so harsh, man, because he's been giving everything for the team. Full time. And it's just complete disappointment, man. Guys, we've now dropped to 10th. We're 3 points behind Sheffield and they have a game in hand. Like, this is the worst possible outcome. And you know how I said our teams are being leaked before the games and opponents are able to prepare easily? Well, apparently that's because we have a mole in the squad. A part of me thought that it was maybe Scott Bullock, so I did question him quite a bit. I thought maybe he could be angry about the Neil Lane situation, the fact that we just moved on like it was nothing and he lost like a couple of months of his life. But nah, it was a mistake for me to even doubt Scott Bullock. He's not that kind of a player. But in the end, it turns out it was none of the players that were the mole. And you won't actually believe who it was. Our stupid mascot, bro. The dude in a dragon costume was out there collecting data about our lineups and everything and just leaking it. Now, officially, the mascot is on the run, so we can't find out who it was underneath it. But I'm sure we're gonna find that mascot soon and figure out who it was underneath. And I'm sure there is some sort of an involvement from Leicester City. For now, guys, looking at Brandon Neal, whose injury does not look good. Torn hamstring. His season's over. I'm so glad that Patino's back from his injury. But again, we're in a situation where there's hardly any depth from our midfield. Now, good thing is we still had 1 more month of our scout in Spain. Could he maybe get us like a centre mid or something? Okay, man, none of these players are good. I think we lucked out with the next Lamine Yamal. But yeah, these are just frauds. For now, at least our lineups won't get leaked. And that's why Lenny is going for a bit of a curveball for this next game. Avila, the next Lamine Yamal, he's starting in cam. Gallardo playing out on the right. I see what Lenny's trying to do here. Getting in a few young players to just get us out of this rut. But honestly, we almost went 1-0 down. It's starting to feel like as we get through games, we're realizing that Lenny here is completely out of his depth. Maybe next season, regardless of whatever happens, we might need to, move on. Get a coach that's serious, that can actually improve the players we've got. But again, it's something I do not want to discuss now to destabilize the team. Let's focus on trying and getting 3 points in against Stoke. Looking in for Nicholas Hart, but again, our players just feel a bit off. But here's Avia now. Good pass for King. Getting it back now, looking for Sean King. That link-up play was beautiful as the King gives us hope. King now looking for Gallardo, who's enjoying all this extra space he's getting down this right side. Looks to maybe feed it in for King. The angle is difficult and the keeper gets the save. But Sean King now does not need more than an inch. You give him a little bit of space and he punishes you. And all right, boys, 9th position is where we are. I think if we win our next 2 games, we should be in a spot to get into that top 6, and then we'll have to duel it out with Leicester. Oh, Albie Normand is suspended for this game. I don't know how. Maybe he picked up a couple of yellow cards or something. That's bad news for us because Brandon Neal is unavailable. We're going to have to trust West Banks. Also, Avila is going to continue playing because this guy, generational talent based on what we're seeing so far. Avila's on the ball, and there's something about him, man. Perfectly weighted passes. It's complete chaos. Avila with the loose ball. Gets the goal. Getting the ball to Avila so he can play those passes. Where is he going to look for? Still on the ball. Oh, it's the Lamine Yamal pass that he just pulled off. Bullock should have scored. And now Charlie Patino. In open space, getting the goal. Oh my days, for a second I thought it wasn't going in. Touching both posts and somehow going in. Will take it. Oh, but Nicholas Hart picked up a bit of a knock. I don't like this. We're facing Leicester City in a couple of weeks. You can't write this, man. I'm gutted. I am genuinely gutted. Nicholas Hart gets injured before facing his parents' club. That is crazy, bro. And the crazy thing is we've now moved up to 7th. There's a good chance we can get promoted, but Nicholas Hart, he's now going to be a big miss. Wait a minute, guys. Our last 2 games are absolutely crazy. First, we play Hull City, and then we play Leicester City. Are you joking? The 2 clubs that are right above us. I think Lenny has gone with Bull playing on the left side and Bullock on the right. Avila playing in that cam position. He's in incredible form. He's got to be playing. Right before this massive game against Hull City, though, a certain dragon mascot landed at the Leicester City training ground. He removed the mask, and would you believe it? It's freaking Barry Thunderstone, man. Our former manager had sneaked in as the mascot and was leaking data to all the other clubs. Of course, it was done by Leicester City. I knew Barry was up to no good, man. He was always anyway criticizing us after he got sacked. But at least we've now banned him from coming even close to our training ground, so at least our lineups aren't going to be leaked. But it also does feel like the damage has been done, but we can still save the situation. We win our last couple of games. We are going to be in the playoffs. Hull City trying to get in behind here. This is bad. Oh, come on, Iker Alvarez. You don't save anything. One thing I'm sure, boys, next season I do feel like a new goalkeeper is needed. As things stand, we might just get knocked out before we even play Leicester City in that final game. Then that fixture would just be a humiliation ritual. Okay, looking for Avila here. He's trying to open some space up. Lovely ball for Bullock. Can he get the shot? No, he can't. Edward Ball looking for Sean King, and this might save this club. Here goes King. 1v1, smashing it into the back of the net. With King, you've always got hope. Patino looking inwards for, of course, Avila. He's going to look for the pass for Bullock. Again, it's with the outside of his left boot, and Bullock scores. What an assist from the future Lamine Yamal. But come on, let's push for another goal to secure the result. We need the 3 points here. Okay, Avila's got the ball now, always looking to create as we put the cross in for Sean King, chesting it down on the volley. What a banger. And that's a huge win in our quest for promotion. And now, if my math is correct, as long as we beat Leicester City in our final game of the season, we should be able to carry on in the playoffs, have a solid chance of getting promoted. If we lose, there's literally no hope because there's Sheffield United with a couple of games in hand. But bro, Oh, it's such a shame that Nicholas Hart is gonna miss playing against his father's team. He's improved so much. His numbers this season are outstanding, yet he won't be able to play against Leicester to try and get revenge. In fact, his father, the president of Hart Logistics, gave a press conference. Nicholas is just hiding. This is what he does. He's afraid of facing me and my team, and that's why he does not belong in the Premier League. Statements like that absolutely piss me off, man. Even Pablo Gonzalo, the Leicester boss, has just been cooking Lenny for how he was a groundsman back in the day. But you know what? I feel like Lenny is cooking something. A very brave decision from him. Avila in that cam spot. Gallardo on the right. I mean, this is a massive chance for Lenny to prove his tactical prowess. He's up against Pablo Gonzalo. It's the second ever Heartless derby, and we need to win to keep our hopes for promotion alive. And we're not off to a good start here. It's Mavididi who's on the charger. Capaccio trying to defend. And they're playing the ball around really nicely. El Canoes almost. By the way, I don't see Medeiros or even Uribe in that starting 11, which I guess is good. We almost conceded. Gallardo, by the way, I would love to see him score against Pablo Gonzalo. They tried to steal him as well, but Gallardo was a loyal kid. He looks to put this cross in. Sean King's header. I don't know why he didn't volley it. Okay, yes, Gallardo looking to maybe bring it inside, going for goal. Oh, Gallardo! It had to be him. The Argentinian has just scored on that stupid Argentinian manager. We will take that. As things stand, we might actually make it to the playoffs. Kind of depends on other teams' results as well, but this is a very good outcome for us. And that too without Nicholas Hart. It's amazing that we're doing this. Oh, Albie Norman has made the run, and it's a fantastic header from the Frenchman. It had to be our captain, boys. We're now leading 2-0. This is such a relief, bro. I was so scared about this Heartless derby because I did not want to lose to Leicester again. But it looks like we're going to concede. No, Iker Alvarez finally making saves. One more goal and we might be gearing up for the playoffs. It's Albie Norman on the volley. Should have scored. Oh, man, I think the game is done, boys. The Leicester tears are going to be awesome. Let's go, boys. We beat them. Surely we've booked our spot in the playoffs. But wait a minute. For some reason, Pablo Gonzalo has the biggest smile on his face. Leicester players are celebrating. Even Mr. and Mrs. Hart. What's happening here? No freaking way. This is why they were all laughing. Even after that win, we end up finishing 7th. 1 point behind Leicester City. I can't believe it. We don't make the playoffs. We're not going up. For the first time in S2GFC's history, we're going to remain in a division. I'm gutted, boys, for this team. I'm gutted for Nicholas Hart as well. He couldn't play in such a big game. If not for all those injuries that we constantly suffered throughout the second half of the season, I think we would have gotten the job done. To be honest, though, in a way, I do feel like another season in the Championship makes sense. Purely because we're not good enough for the Premier League. And with sponsors like McDonald's going, I don't think we would have had a crazy budget in the Premier League. We would have probably just gotten relegated right back down. Another season in the Championship, trying to build and maybe going for the title. That could be the play. And I'd still say that this season has been a massive success. Look at the stats of Sean King, of Hart, discovering a talent like Ignacio Avila. And I'm sure next season we're going to be able to really develop him even more. Meanwhile, one thing to make us all happy was that Norwich knocked out Leicester City in the playoffs. Ipswich ended up getting promoted. But looks like the Heartless derby will continue next season. And you know what? I want revenge next year. I want to beat them to the Championship title. And I feel like with the team we've got, possibly a few more signings, I think we can do it.
I have an idea to crush S2GFC. I think it's time to steal their best player.